I don't care what MTV allows. My audience gets the song of the summer if they want it. This is Coldchella, goddammit, and it is time to dance. Jimmy!
Fuck this. There is no justice, and it's a shame because the land of opportunity is above this. Fuck this. There is no justice, and it's a shame because the land of opportunity is above this. But it's really not because of these so-called sellouts. My damn, our very beginning of America is racist. We all vote for the lesser of two. We ain't nothing ever. Good morning, 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 good morning. I want to start off this morning. I'm going to kick off something new. And what we're going to do, I'm going to call this Early Morning Conversations and Coffee. So every morning, around this time, depending on, usually before 7 o'clock, though, I'll be doing this early morning. Just get up, get your coffee, get you ready for the day, talk about what's happening in your neck of the woods, and literally just have a conversation. Over the weekend, we had 11 mass shootings. Too many people being shot, not enough people saying nothing, not enough people doing anything. And it's, for me, when are we going to stand up? I've seen people out here, fighting for housing for all, but when are we going to fight for safety for all? Because gun violence is getting to be a very bad epidemic, a very bad crisis. And what are we doing about it? Because we're losing way too many women and children, too many innocent people for foolishness, um, and just even going on beyond the mass shootings. There was a shooting over the weekend in Minneapolis where two females, a 30-year-old female died, rest in peace, Queen, and then a 30-year-old died, and a 25-year-old is still in critical condition. And there was a child in the house. And it's like, when are people really gonna just wake up and see that we're in a crisis that needs to be dealt with, that needs to be handled, and instead of just looking the other way? Because there's no legislation in the world that's gonna fix gun violence. That's only gonna come from our hearts. It's gonna come through education. That's gonna come through liberation, um, and just really caring about people. Because what we're doing right now is not what we need to be doing. What we're doing is basically what the government wants us to do, is sit here, look the other way, so that we're in this madness and asking for their help, because we don't need their help. I want people to know that we do not need their help. We don't need their help, because we may think of freedom not as a right to do as we please, but as the opportunity to do what is right. And that quote is from Peter Marshall. And, when we do talk about freedom, it is not as the right as to do what as we please, but it is the opportunity to do what is right. And that's what freedom is. That's what freedom looks like. It's about doing the right thing. And we talk about, police brutality, because it all is in the same, it's all in the circle of life. When we talk about education, we talk about policing, we talk about the responses in our communities, uh, the actions in our community, and it's all intertwines under one umbrella. And I think we need to really pay attention to what that one umbrella is, because it's a multifaceted issue. It's not just police brutality. It's not just housing. It's not just hunger. It's not just public education, because it's everything. You can't have one fucked up system and they not be all fucked up. So we have to battle that all together. We can't just go piece by piece and hoping that, we fix one system, we're gonna fix the rest. No, we have to fix it all, because if we don't fix it all at the same time, it's never gonna work, because it, it's like that domino effect. When you put a bunch of dominoes and you make that train and then you knock them all over. That I don't think that's the kind of reaction that we're looking for. We're looking for a unified reaction of where everything changes at once, not where we just stop the police from killing us to, then to focus on homelessness. No, it's not that, because it all intertwines together. Because if we fix all of the core issues, we get rid of police brutality, we get rid of domestic violence, we get rid of the kidnappings, we get rid of the sexual trafficking, um, we get rid of that jealousy, that hate, that envy, that people feel like they have to be ahead, or they have to have better than the next. That's not what we're looking for. That's not what we're out here trying to do. Um, you know what I'm saying? But like I started this off with, we're talking about gun violence, talking about mass shootings. When are we going to pay attention? Just a couple weeks ago, I had Jamal Johnson on here and talking and having a conversation about gun violence in Philadelphia. And what is it going to take? Because right now, Philadelphia is off the chain. They have over I think it's over 200 murders this year. Maybe it's 300, but over 1,000 shot. And it's like, when are we going to pay attention to it? The same thing with Chicago, or uh, like where my brother Jermaine Anderson is at in Shreveport, Louisiana. And it's like, the shit's getting out of hand. And when are we going to pay attention? When are we going to pay attention? That's what I keep asking myself. Is it going to be when somebody's daughter gets shot? Is it going to be when their significant other gets shot? Because it's not just gun violence. It's the high speed chases. Rest in peace to the brother that his name is on the tip of my tongue. I do know it, and that's the problem. There's so many names that you get them, mixed up, confused. Because there's too many. There's too damn many, and that's sad as hell. Every day there's some type of anniversary, there's some type of memorial, there's some type of funeral. And when are we going to get sick and tired of that? Because there's such a trickle down effect. It goes to the loved ones, it goes to the parents, it goes to the children, it goes to the grandchildren, the cousins, the family. All while a family never really gets the chance to fully grieve. They never get a chance to fully comprehend what is actually going on. Fuck you, Prairie Island. Uh, Fucking hate. That's the one thing I can't stand. Is like, you have all of these police that come in the red one. You have, like, yesterday, and I don't mean to go off base here, but you know what? No, I'm not. I'm not even gonna do that. But it's beyond ridiculous to me, the shit that we have to go through, the shit that we got to see, our kids got to see, for the simple fact that they don't get a chance to grieve properly. Because once you're in this fight for justice, for accountability, it comes at you at such a fast pace. Not only do you want justice for your loved one, but you want justice for all, for all people that are lost. And as I sit here and I think about it, some of these families, I think about Emmett Till. His family's been out here for years, or I think about uh, Edgar Mevers. I think I just said his name wrong. Medgar Evers, who was lynched when he was the head of the NAACP. Or we can go back with Malcolm, we can go back with Martin, or Henry Choate. All of these shit. We can even take it back to Black Wall Street. We can take it back to the summer of 1919. We can take it back to the bloody summer of 1921. We can take it back to all the race riots, the massacres, the things that Lake Lanier, the things that they don't want to talk about. and they want to tell us that it's the past. See, it's not the past when we're not acknowledging the past, when we're not holding the past responsible, accountable, because all we're doing is we don't even educate people about what is going on. We just shove it down people's throats and tell them, here it is. You know what I'm saying? And this is the one thing that I think a lot of people, when it comes to the Democrats, when it comes to government, is because I see the truth in their lies. I see the truth in their lies. And I call it out. None of this legislation is going to help. None of it. None of this legislation is literally going to help when it comes to having anything to do with change, uh, and people loving each other, and people sitting here loving on each other, caring about each other. That ain't no legislation in the world gonna fix that. There's no legislation in the world. So how do we do it? We as people, educating, liberating, so that we're all on the same playing field. That's how we move forward. That's how we move forward. Right. Thank you. Big facts, Michael. And good morning, good morning, good morning. You know, let's talk about this, because you know what? I want to say this, my brother. You know, I know you've been doing a lot for Red Wing and pointing out, about Jeremiah Patterson, Eli Fields. And it's sad to me that, yesterday we both made posts in Red Wing about Jeremiah Patterson, and to see some of these people that have been in Red Wing their whole lives, and have businesses, and are part of the business community and are part of the government community, and sit here and don't know about Jeremiah Patterson. And I'm talking about Billy Bunman, fat ass Hannes. And it fucking trips me out the way that these people sit here and literally want to talk about they know Red Wing, but you don't even know the history of Red Wing. And that's what trips me out, because it's this fucking Jason Aldean song. And me and John Tell wrote a response to that shit. And we will be, it won't be released, probably not today, but hopefully tomorrow or Wednesday. But it's written. All we got to do is lay down the tracks. And people are going to be, because I'm going to talk about what really living in a small town is for black people, because it's not nice, because they can sit here and beat you when they think that you yell out words like, oh, we're going to shoot you. No, she said, I'm going to sue you, Nick Sathers, Jesse Hess, Hess. Like, come on, man. This shit crazy as hell. But if that would have been a white woman, she wouldn't have got slammed. They wouldn't have thought that she said she was gonna shoot them, but because Shaquita heard was black, they heard shoot, not sue. See, and that's the problem. But see, why is it that our assistant police chief shouldn't actually even have a job? And here's the thing: I like Nick Sathers. I want people to know this. I like Sathers as an individual, but when it comes down to him being a cop, him, Hess, Bedich should not be officers, and I'm gonna hold that. I'm going to hold that to even with the same thing with Goodhue County. Michael Johnson should not be a major. That man went on the stand, lied during the Kim Potter trial, perjured himself, and then Goodhue County comes down here and gives him a raise and a promotion. Get the fuck out of here. No, that's not accountable. That's not being acknowledging part of what the problem is. That's not being accountable. That's not being transparent. It ain't none of that. And we're supposed to get geeked up over a statue and a plaque, but yet y'all don't even have no kind of ceremony. You don't have no type of acknowledgement from the city. Like, what the fuck? Like, that shit crazy as hell to me. How are y'all not gonna have something to mark history? That's what I don't understand. Where is the ribbon cutting? Where is that's the crazy. Y'all did this crazy ass shit for these statues. See, that's that bullshit, man. It's the bullshit that we have to go through as black people. And people don't want to understand that, because they want to sit here and they want to just listen. Just because I'm not saying that living in a small town isn't great, but when you're black and brown, it's not like that for everybody. It's not like that for everybody, man. And that's what I want people to understand is we're looked at differently. Black people are looked at differently. It doesn't matter if we were born here. It doesn't matter if some of these black kids, their grandparents were the mayor of Red Wing. It doesn't matter if they were business owners, had business stature. And if they're black, they black. They don't see anything else, and that's beyond ridiculous to me. But when you white, you right. I don't get that shit. Maybe if I go paint myself white, motherfuckers will start saying, "Oh, you know what? He right. We need to pay attention," because it's crazy when the Siri Everett's, the the Becky Nortons, the Paige Caswells, the Liz McGills, the Mandy Ardens sit there and they complain. The city jump over hurdles to make sure they're comfortable. Because it's crazy how Liz McGill don't even go to the city anymore when she want money. She go to ad hoc committees. She go to ad hoc committees to do her dirty work. Yeah, that's why I don't. This is the one thing that frustrates the fuck out of me of how people don't understand what's going on in Red Wing, right? Because does anybody read Kay Coleman's reports? Do y'all see all these ad hoc meetings going on where it's only 3 people deciding what the fuck is going on with our city? Do y'all see that they're hiring people like Diego to take over HRC when we have a whole city hall, a whole city staff? Why the fuck are we hiring people, but yet y'all want to cut programs off of next year's budget because there's not enough money? Y'all ain't talking about that. You're not talking about how you want to cut the program at the library or the pool hours or the splash pad hours, or you want to cut the committee budgets. No, because all of that goes on behind closed doors because people don't know what an ad hoc committee is. That's crazy. When are we gonna speak up? I'm so tired of only a few of us speaking up. I'm so tired of it. I'm tired of, you know what I'm saying, of the people just looking the other way because you're okay. No, I don't understand that. Why is it that Mike has to be out here or Chaz has to be out here doing everything, calling these motherfuckers out, and we take the brunt of it while all these other black people, y'all living in your fucking fantasy world, and then want to scream for help when these white people get on you while me and Mike out here screaming for help every day, all day. I will never understand that because every day I can get on Facebook and I can see some fuck shit going on in Red Wing, and yet nobody really talks about it. Nobody really talks about it, but only a few people. I will never understand that. Are people so scared of stepping out of their comfort zone? Are they scared of getting the backlash like Chaz did because they want to live in their nice little whatever your rental home, or you want to keep your little cushy nice job? There's the thing called retaliation. Speak up, speak out, speak loud. Yeah, they definitely do demonize us, bro, and that's crazy because as black men we get demonized for speaking out. For speaking out, it's crazy how people want to say because you're speaking out you're a bully, or you're threatening them, or they're intimidated. How about this? You come walk a mile in my motherfucking shoes, and then you tell me what threatening and intimidation behavior is, because I'll tell you right now, don't none of y'all get the threatening and intimidation behavior that I get, or maybe that Mike gets. I can tell you that right now. You don't go walk down the street like I do and get called a nigger. I'm sitting here doing on live, talking to people, doing this, and somebody, a bitch, a pussy, a coward, sit here, rolls down the street and calls out a nigger. That's what Pretty Little Red Wing is about. That's what fucking Pretty Little Red Wing is about. Okay, but let me call one of y'all crackers. Let me call one of y'all a cracker and see what happens. Let me do some of the shit that y'all do to me. Let me do it because I guarantee it. I'd be in jail. Let me do it. I'd be in jail. I'd be in motherfucking jail, and that's what's sick. That's how I know people. We're not treated the same out here. We're not treated the same. And that's crazy. But I'll tell you right now, this is why I live my life the way that I live it, because can't nobody tell me shit. Can't nobody tell me shit. All these police and Red Wing respect, and I'm gonna say that they respect Chaz Neal, because first of all, I'm not scared of none of them, and they already know Chaz don't run. I go to them when they looking for me. I go to them. I call up there. I don't do all this running around, running and hiding. No, for what? Ask Metling. Ask Grosso. Yeah. And that ain't even to say nothing about it, but I know at the end of the day, these niggas respect me down here. They might say, oh, there go the dude with the glasses. Oh, there go that loudmouth. There go that nigger. But I guarantee it won't none of these bitch ass niggas, these big old bitches, these Bob ass niggas in Red Wing, ain't gonna do shit. They're not gonna bust a grape in a food fight. Like I said, they're not gonna do shit down here, because all of these dudes down here, the police, the city council, the sheriffs, these racist ass white boys, ain't shit but all talk. Ain't nothing but all talk. Because when it be time to do that face to face action, don't none of these dudes want this down here. And that ain't even to say I'm the toughest, because I ain't nowhere near it. But I know one thing: my heart don't pump no Kool-Aid, because we all bleed the same. We definitely all bleed the same. But tonight is a city council meeting in Red Wing, and I need people to come up, speak up, speak up, speak loud, speak up, speak out, and speak loud, and speak proud. Stop being scary. Because I'll tell you right now, how the fuck is it all this shit's going on in Red Wing, Maple Hills? Right? Oh, I hear everything, Maple Hills. I hear everything, Maple Hills. Let's talk about the thefts going on in the sewer system, where they're taking our fresh water, our piping to our fresh water. Yeah, I bet y'all didn't know that. How the city has been robbed for over $100,000 this year underground. Ain't nobody talking about that. Ain't nobody talking about that. How are we gonna pay for that? Are they not talking about the statues, the vandalism? How much money this year has Red Wing paid out for bullshit, for vandalism, for graffiti, for damage to property? How much has Red for theft? Because I've seen that the Goody County trucks have been stolen. The city of Red Wing trucks have had their what are they? What are these crackheads out here taking? They're cutting off the y'all know what I'm talking about. But they out here doing all of that shit. They could fuck. I can't even think about it. But they doing all of that, and what do we know? Because the city don't talk about that. The city doesn't talk about when there's shit, when people are stealing from the city, because they're not stealing from the city. You know who they're stealing from them? They're stealing from us, the taxpayers. They're stealing from the taxpayers, because we pay that when it comes to our property taxes, when it comes to paying these high ass taxes, when we go to the grocery store, when we go buy clothes, we go buy our cigarettes, our alcohol, our food, whatever. We pay that taxes, right? We pay that. But I'll tell you right now, August 1st, they gonna really hate me in Red Wing. They gonna really hate me in Red Wing. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, weed legal. I'm gonna be around Red Wing, Minnesota, walking down these public ass streets, smoking on a spliff, smoking on a blizzy, and y'all ain't gonna be able to do shit. I'm gonna sit there and smoke that bitch right in front of the Popo station. I'm gonna sit there and smoke that bitch right there in front of the city hall. And what are y'all gonna do? Not a motherfucking thing. Not a motherfucking thing. I already do this shit now, and y'all still don't say shit. So definitely uh need people to pay attention. So again, tonight, 6 p.m., Red Wing City Hall, you got a council meeting. uh, I will be going live today. Arm yourself with knowledge. We'll be talking about the gun violence. We'll be talking about things that happened over the weekend with the mass shootings. We'll be talking about uh, Carly Russell today a little bit, just to get into some things. So come back, again. We'll be on the Leon Block network, and we will be talking about. Oh, definitely. I know, bro. I know you do. So we definitely will be having deeper discussion, me and John Tell today. So come back and listen for that. It'll be around, I want to say 11 o'clock Central Time that we will do that. So please tune back in, because we are going to get into some things that matter in your neck of the woods. We're going to be talking about gun violence. We'll be talking about things that happened, the current events over the weekend, and everything that matters in your neck of the woods. So win or fail, freedom or jail, heaven or hell, y'all already know what to do. Wish me well. Everybody have a great day, and I will see you soon. Blessings, peace and blessings, peace and blessings.
Every day, fighting for my life. Every day, fighting for my life. Fighting for my life. Fighting for my bread. Grew from the seed you thought was rock. I think not. Fire bred desire to rise above denial. To rise from former ashes to face new trial. Trial or triumph.